Hello anybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Legacy. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and let's get on with it. In the last episode, we did more of the Maya. We got to fight the boss, Ponce de Leon, but we did not win. So hopefully in this episode, we are going to turn that around. And for our character, we are going to be taking a giant Lich King with Irritable Bowel Syndrome and Gigantism. This might not be the best trait to take, but I don't care. I simply do not. Let's upgrade our haggling ability since we're here. Actually, no. Actually, yes, we will upgrade that. And with our paltry remaining $599, I don't think we can afford anything. Even though we can look at some new potential armor that we've gotten. But, I mean, we could just buy the vampire parts just for the sake of buying them. What the hell. What's the difference here? I lose health, but I gain vampirism, huh? Yeah, let's keep the vampirism on this outfit just for now. Look at that red cape. Our armor clashes really badly, but I don't mind too much. Also, we're filling out the runes pretty quickly. There's the sky rune, which lets you fly as though you were a dragon, but for a brief period of time. You can't just fly forever unless you're a dragon, in which case you must fly forever. So, oops, I accidentally drained my health. There's no one doing that when you're outside the castle, so hopefully this doesn't go embarrassingly fast. At least we got a little bit of mana from that, you know? So it's been a few days since I've recorded, and hopefully this goes well. Otherwise, I'm going to be really embarrassed about what I just did. Thankfully, it looks like even though we're the Lich, we're doing a good job of just killing enemies and getting our mana up. And here we are getting a journal entry. They're really stacking up now. Journal entry number 17. I must be going insane. I stumbled across a carnival inside this castle, complete with a sad clown and everything. He's sort of an ass. But I guess you can't be picky with your friends in a place like this. I'm getting hungry again. Good thing I topped up on chicken legs. I found these in a chandelier. This castle. Sometimes I wonder if it's all just a big joke. You and me both, buddy. It's like whoever built this castle is like laughing at us. What was the point of that room down there? Nothing. Nothing was the point. Anyway, I shouldn't waste too much time in the castle, even though, ow, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to, you know, spend enough time in here just to get some HP boost, especially since I see that I used my mana split ability again, and even though I do have a lot of mana, I do not have very much HP to deal with here. And we've got another jukebox, which we're not going to mess with. I do like the jukebox, though, actually, when you are playing the game. Just being able to have a sound test in-game encourages you to use it more, and it also lets you listen to tracks that you prefer more than others. Now, since we're in here, let's see if our birds can clear out some of the enemies in here. Now, even though we can't get the monsters that are trapped up there, you can only get up there if you have, like, a certain ability, or if you're, like, small, if you're a dwarf. You can see the shadows where you can pass through. But, on the plus side, we did get a lot of HP out of that. And I think we're getting better at this place now. We're getting used to the challenges ahead. Go, my birds! That's a lot of boys. Also, the down thrust ability is very useful when you're a giant because it increases the range of your down thrust, as you can see. So that makes that very useful as well. Is there anything even at the end of this room, other than just a hallway to go through? I mean, there's a Hulk guard that we can kill. It's tough, though. However, attacks from above seem to be pretty effective, and we got another Worgen. Oh boy, this room was this might not have been the best idea to come in here. Well, it's too late now. But thankfully we got some mana out of it, so in the end that was pretty worth it, I think. If you were to ask my expert opinion. Okay, now we got a couple of big dudes. Not too concerning, ow, unless they charge me. Let's send out some birds. And there is a gigantic, not a gigantic, but there is a mimic up there. Altogether, that room could have gone better, but it could have gone a lot worse, too. Like, that could have been an end game. That could have been an end room. An end room. You know what I'm saying. I'm saying that could have been the end of our run in that room if we got too greedy and panic. Like I've said a few times before, it is very easy in this game to just kind of panic and have a run go from perfect to crap in like an instant. However, this run's going moderately well for a Lich. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know if we can take out these mini-bosses easily enough to justify fighting them, just because they can hit us way too easily, and we would spend way too much magic trying to take them down in too much time. So I'm gonna make an executive decision and just say no to that mini-boss for now. Over here, I don't like this room. Looks like there are about 6 enemies in this room. Quite a few. However, the crows have helped us once again, very nicely. Down thrust is a lifesaver in this particular room. I know I haven't been using it particularly much, but I will also be upgrading that as I get further through the castle. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I may have mentioned this before, but it bears repeating, just that... And I didn't realize there were spikes under that statue. I'm dead. Oh well. We did kill a lot of enemies and got a lot of money, so it wasn't in vain. I was just saying that it's important to remember that if you're a Lich and you only have like a fraction of your health left, it's a smart idea to conserve your max HP into MP, because it won't affect your current health if it's a certain low amount. Is what I'm saying. Now the question is, we don't want to be a Lich because we just were one. Also, they're Vertigo. Are we going to be Sir Skunky or Lady Jenny? I think we're going to be Lady Jenny the Third, because she's not nearsighted, and nearsighted is annoying. And since we're here, we're going to upgrade our mana, and it doesn't look like we can upgrade anything else with our current setup. Just getting a feel for our magical abilities. Very expensive ones, but that's okay. Now with our $900, we can afford to finish off the vampire set, so let's do that, just for shits and giggles. Oh no, I swore. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear like that. That was very inappropriate of me. Anyway, that's enough screwing around out here, because now we're balding. The castle is balding. Let's change to Axe, so we don't immediately use most of our mana. We're pretty fast, too. Okay, so... Knight over there. No problem. Because now that we're in the castle section again, most of our spells should be able to one-shot most enemies. I would prefer, like, a forward arcing attack. Just a move that goes straight out. That would be nice. But beggars can't be choosers. Woo! Especially since, sadly, when you're choosing your children and you're choosing the Archmage, I don't think you can see what their alternate spells are going to be. But maybe there's a hint based on, like, what the starting spell is, like, if that will determine what potential spells you can get. I don't know. If there is, maybe there's an answer on the wiki or something. There is a very, very in-depth wiki that's very useful. Now, do we go left or right? Let's not go down that hallway, it's too long. Let's not go that way, let's go up. Let's see what's above us. Well, we can keep going up past a certain point. Also, we're taking hits pretty well, considering. We've got a skeleton over there. Ow! We've got a big muscly dude behind us. Zombie, easily taken care of through the table. It's really staggering how weak the sword slash of the mage is. That's one thing that's also really tricky to get used to, is just the fact that every character, when you hit an enemy with a sword, it has the same oomph, it has the same swing. Visually, it's identical, but it'll do the same amount of damage, so it's hard. There's not really a great visual representation of your magic, or like your physical attacks. Unless you have like a giant sword, in which case it can actually be deceiving how strong your ability is. Okay. Thankfully, even though the ninjas are somewhat fast, they do have a pretty obvious tell. I'm not going to use that random teleporter. Ow! Corrupt Vanguard, you... Can we hit 2? 2 for 1. And let's just get this dude out of the way. Ouch! And we actually cleared out most of this room. We just need to go back down and take out the Corrupt Vanguard that's down there. And then we can just keep moving on. Moving on and on and on. It shouldn't have much health left. Oh, it's dead. I guess one of my axes that went downward hit it. We got ourselves another piece of armor. Very nice. I'm happy about that. You can believe me. Oh, and here we got more bosses. Now, let's see how our fireballs do against this particular boss. Not well enough, because now we're dead. That went bad really quickly, really ugly, really fast. We could be an assassin. We're gonna go either Barbarian King or Sir Wizard. We're gonna be not Wizard, Wizarl. Because he has a chakram and he's an assassin, and we haven't played an assassin in a little bit. I don't know when we played a Barbarian last, but whatever. I'm gonna take this opportunity to buy a new piece of armor. We are going to get... wait. Well, here's the thing, the Guardian limbs are very heavy. Huh. We could go for the Sage limbs, but I'm not gonna do that. How about this? Oh, I don't actually have enough money for the Ranger outfit, doy. But I do have enough money for the Ranger limbs. So I'm gonna put those on. It'll increase my magic a bit. And it makes my armor fit a little bit better color-wise. And you know, you have to color coordinate, otherwise you just kind of look like a dork. No lie. Now, how much luck is our assassin going to have in this castle? I really don't know why the assassins do have that stinky, like, dark lines behind them. And I know it's probably not supposed to be stinky, but that's what it looks like. It looks like stink. Even though it's supposed to be like the shadows that they move through or something. I don't know. I just don't know. Right, go chakram. Now, we want to go up, as always. I know I say now a lot, now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, I've been saying now a lot, like now, to reframe my thoughts. And it's kind of a little bit silly, so I'm going to need to get out of that habit before it becomes a new tricky, or a new because, or a new something or other. Path up is pretty clear so far. I don't know why I did that. I guess I thought I had an axe for a moment there. I know it might be a bit tedious to watch gold gathering, but it's always very important to just keep getting gold in this game. Like, it never stops being important. It is until you've, like, bought all the upgrades, obviously, but we're not in that situation yet. We still have a long way to go. Neo Kidder, thank you for the upgrades and the heals and all that. And we've got ourselves Bodus again. And let's see if we can save ourselves. Gotta remember that we have an ability that's really useful here. Ow! That being our ability to turn invisible. Ow! Well, thankfully our bravery paid off because we got like 700 bucks there. Gotta take no damage, huh? That is what this ability is made for. I am going to die. I am gonna die. Like, immediately up here. This is not a great place to be, but it looks like we've found a pretty good blind spot, and these enemies don't do a ton of damage. Ooh, this is not good. Okay, let's do this and... And we're dead. That was a fairly short life. I'm gonna check the time real quick. Alright, it is still too soon to stop this episode, so I am going to head back in after I take a sip of water. And we are going to be heading back in as a barbarian? Wait a minute. No, not a barbarian, because their MP and HP pools are swapped, and that's bad for barbarians because their magic is weak and they need their health. So we're gonna be our good old spell sword. Good old reliable spell sword. They know what they're doing. We'll increase the weight of things we can carry. And we can't buy the new armor yet, but we will be able to when the time comes, so that much will be nice. Now from you, can I afford any new runes? No, because they all cost that amount of money. So we have to give Sharon only 60% of our money this time, because our haggling has gotten good. Quite good, if I do say so myself. Now the main question is, will our spell sword be good enough to make it to the top and fight Ponce de Leon? Because I do hope to kill him in this episode, because he's got lucky and survived last episode. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I didn't get clumsy or anything. But the spell sword, as I've said before, is one of my favorite classes in the game, because it's really good. Also, I realized the downside that it does have. Like, I was saying a while ago that it was just better than the Archmage in every way, and that's not true. Because their magic isn't quite as powerful except for the enhanced spells, but then you have to deal with the fact that they do have a lower maximum MP. So you can't just spam spells, and you do have to fight to, like, recharge it. You can't just constantly be using magic like the Archmage can. So there is definitely a level of red maging you have to do. And by that I just mean, you know, you have to use a good mix of physical and magical in order to get the best use out of the spell sword. I'm just gonna kill this Doomvis. And ignore that chicken leg. I don't think we can make it to the end of here without taking damage. It's just a thought, but I don't think we're gonna make it. There is a room at the top of this. And with that giant axe, we have pretty much taken out the enemy above. The portrait. And there you are. You can be killed by those chickens, by the way. It's an embarrassing way to die. Also, we have an amazing amount of money right now. Heh. No, actually, it's pretty lame. Don't. Just ignore what I said. Ignore it. Let's get rid of this. Ninjo. I'm pretty sure there was an enemy in Super Paper Mario called Ninjo. And Ninjeri, and just puns on ninja in real-life names. Because that's what Paper Mario does. That wasn't too bad. So far this run is going really, really well, I must say. Where does this go? Why are there Wargens here? Ooh, we got a shrine. Let's pray for assistance. And we got ourselves Sharon's Obol, so if we get a lot of money this time around, or not enough, we can save it up to buy something really expensive on our next life afterward. Because again, the Obol makes it so you can just give it to Obol and he won't charge you anything. Okay, these guys are getting annoying. So, yeah. Well, that takes care of that. Sadly, we can't actually get over there to get this prize. This is a dangerous room, though. Oh, boy. Ouch. I just had to brag. I had to brag about how well this life was going, and now I'm being swarmed on all sides. But I was able to escape. At what cost, though? There's no real treasure chests in here anyway, so what the hell was the point? Well, let's go for broke. Let's try to escape. Ugh! Well, we got rid of him. We got rid of the fireballs that chase you around. By the way, if you have no peripheral vision, that I shouldn't have jumped into that arrow. Well, whatever. If you have no peripheral vision, which is an ability, you can tunnel vision. That means you can't see little icons at the side of the screen telling you where projectiles come from, so I'm not going to get that. Well, sure, even though I know we just did a spell sword, let's do another spell sword. Because let's just go for broke. And yes, we're colorblind, so everything's in black and white. Enjoy. I'm sure you love it. I'm sure you love it. We'll give Obel his Obel. I mean, Sharon his Obel. Sharon his Sharon. Sharon his share of his Obel. So we can go into the castle with all of our money intact. Now we're hopefully going to get a lot of money. And yes, the problem with colorblind is immediately apparent, and that you can't really tell anything from each other. Everything blends. It's worse than nostalgia, but I wanted to show it off. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but this game was definitely meant to be colorful. It was not designed as a black and white game, a monochromatic game. It's not even really monochromatic because it's got several hues of black and white, and it doesn't really have any colors. It just has this. Band of Bears. And yes, we're doing another development time thing. Band of Bears, development time 4 months, release date August 6, 2009. This was our second game we ever attempted, and it was for the 2009 Dream Build Play Contest. We found about it pretty late, so we had to play catch up with everyone else. Fresh off the success of DSYP, we decided to go big. Stupidly big. And thus Cellar Door Games was formed. On top of starting a project well beyond our resources and expertise, we also juggled full-time jobs to get this game running. It was pretty sucky. The game featured the BEARS systems, the Bare Effort Adaptable Room System, which would change rooms depending on the number of players playing. The Bare system didn't just tweak numbers, it tweaked puzzles as well. We ended up in the top 20, which was good, but not high enough to win anything. Eventually, reality and common sense came back to us and we realized we had to scrap the project, or in the very least put it on indefinite hiatus. The demo boss was pretty frickin' cool. So yeah, that was a game that they talked about in a different portrait. I don't know if you remember that. I do. That Grey Knight's dead. He did not stand a chance. And now we just gotta take care of these Doomvises. We got all our MP back. Open up this treasure chest. Even the treasure chests blend. It's hard to tell what's going on. How did people ever live in black and white? And I know they didn't live in black and white because humans aren't colorblind. But I mean in like the days of black and white television, well, here's a fascinating thing about black and white television. Sometimes they would kind of have to fudge the colors in real life to get the hues and the shades that they needed in black and white. For example, in the classic Addams Family TV show, which was in black and white, the entire mansion was pink. Most of it was pink anyway, and like purple and just very, very pinkish colors, just to get that correct shade of darkness that they needed that would represent the Addams Family correctly. And that's just kind of fascinating, that's just how it worked at the time. And as you can see, I did not take damage. So bully for me. Actually, that means good for me, but I guess I could have said it sarcastically. Whatever. Nothing otherwise in this gigantic room. A treasure chest down here, though. Also, yes, if you do pause the game, or if you look at your map, you do get color back, if temporarily. So that's neat, but not really useful for anything. Those big zombies, I hate them, because they just pop out of the ground and they're almost a guaranteed hit on you. Because they surprise you, they catch you off guard, that's what surprising you means, more or less, and you just take a hit. So I don't like dealing with them. Just not a fan. Not a big fan. That was wonderful. That was great. I should not have rushed into the room as blindly and quickly as I did. If I don't even get to fight Ponce Leon in this episode, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. Before I decided to let's play this game, I actually forgot how this game it looks easier than it is, I think. Like, watching this game, like, I'm not making this up I'm not saying this as, like, an excuse for, like, poor performances and deaths, but just as a way of kind of trying to communicate that it's hard to gauge the difficulty of this game without actually playing it for yourself, because it doesn't look that hard. It honestly doesn't. But when you're actually playing the game itself, you die really fast, and you can get overwhelmed really quickly. Which has been something I've been saying different versions of for quite a while. There's another way into the Maya, we can go in from either the left or the right, is that, you know, this is just kind of the kind of game that you can't really gauge the difficulty without playing it yourself. This is a terrible room to have black and white vision in. Just not good. Well, we got back a little bit of health at least. Ugh. That was not good. The Maya is a terrible place to have black and white. I did not consider this. I did not think of the ramifications for having black and white vision here. Yes, I am just using this Hulk Guard to get back my mana, because I need it. I need it to get back my HP. There's a mage up there. No mercy for mages. Also, it makes it harder to tell which portraits are real and which ones are just monsters in disguise. No. Well, that was a little bit of a waste. Rages, again, aren't too big of a deal to worry about when they're alone. Thank God we got a little bit of chicken so we can breathe a little bit easier now. Don't get cocky, or else you pay for it. You pay so badly for it. This is kind of funny, though, that I can just kind of knock myself against this guy just to get all my mana back pretty quickly. It's not cheesing it. It's just taking advantage of your enemy's abilities and strengths. It's turning their strengths into a weakness, and that is a heart of strategy, is finding what makes your enemy strong and turning it against them. They were not expecting that. And slowly our health creeps back up. Very slowly, but surely. We're almost there. I get the feeling that the Doomtrits and the Doomvises, like, for some reason they scale to be very hard, even though they're not, like, that much different than they were before. They still follow the same arcing cycle. It's just, it feels like I feel like the added pressure of knowing they can fire projectiles kind of messes with your nerves a little bit and makes them more challenging, even if they're not that challenging. And we have found the boss door. We found the boss door. With not that much health, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a big dog. That's a Wargenflorgen. No joke. We've got ourselves a bon. Whoa, boy. This was not a good idea. Ah! We're dead. Right above the boss door, we are dead. I've been slain by a Wargenflorgen. Fantastic. Well then, let's check the time. Alright, unfortunately this episode has gone a little long, so I know we didn't fight Ponce de Leon again, and I'm very sorry about that, but, well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. So I'm going to go back into the Maya in the next one and try to take out Ponce de Leon then. So thank you for watching, and thank you for putting up with all of my shenanigans. I'm enjoying this series, even though it's getting harder to think of stuff to say, so I hope you're enjoying it too. So, thank you for watching. If you want to see more, I just hope to see somebody in the next one. Bye-bye!